Due to the Daoyuan Great Tribulation, the ocean lost a bit of its beauty. Creatures in the ocean have also lessened. You can even see corpses of fishes in the ocean. The corpses are permeated with the blood fiend aura, which means their death was due to the blood fiends. But why weren't they devoured by the blood fiends? A fish that's similar to a whale, with a length of a few hundred meters, is swimming through the ocean with one last gasp. Why is this huge fish at its dying breath? And it doesn't seem like it's due to injuries, but illness. I am only seeing a small corner of the entire ocean, but it's already such a ghastly sight. The vast ocean has actually become so deathly still. Less than 10% of creatures are left. It's much worse than any other regions. This strange flower, I saw more than 10 of them. Something's not right with these flowers. It's actually absorbing the blood fiend aura as nourishment. The flower doesn't possess wisdom but actually possesses power at the deity realm. I don't know why, but there's a vague intuition telling me that the reason the creatures in the ocean have lessened to such a degree is related to these flowers. Moreover, these flowers seem to be planted by someone. Who planted them? Is it the person behind the scenes in the Western region, or is there another person who is behind the scenes manipulating the ocean? The 9 regions is the territory I appointed upon myself, to actually dare to interfere with it. These beepstards, their hands are stretching too far. Once my strength improves, I will kill them all. Now I am still not strong enough, so I have to bear with it temporarily. When my strength improves, breaking through to the Daoyuan realm, and completing my Heaven's Dao successfully, I will kill them all. The ocean in the 9 regions, I am still not sure how big it really is, but I am sure it's as big as at least 3 or 4 regions combined. If it wasn't for the Buddha region merging with the Heaven's Dao and extending itself into the ocean of the Buddha region, I wouldn't have noticed that there was an ocean in the 9 regions. 2 weeks later. Your Heaven's Dao has devoured the Buddha region, rewarding 108 Dao laws. The Heaven's Dao devouring the Buddha region did not just reward 36 Dao laws, but 108 Dao laws. With every region that's devoured, the amount of Dao laws rewarded will increase. Obtain reward. My cultivation, which just broke through, seems to have loosened a bit, but it's a pity I did not break through to the 27th stage. I'm just a little bit away from it. As expected, the higher the stage, the harder it is to break through. Previously, when the northern region was devoured, rewarding 36 Dao laws, I broke through 1 stage. This time when the Buddha region got devoured, rewarding 108 Dao laws, but I didn't even break through a single stage. It can be seen how difficult it is to break through at my current stage of cultivation. When the Heaven's Dao devours the eastern region, then it can be connected to the northern region, becoming one entity. The blood fiend tribulation in the eastern and southern regions seems to be weakening, and the blood fiend tribulation directly disappeared from the demonic region, changing into the ominous phenomenon tribulation. The blood fiends in the chaotic region are also weakening. Currently, only the blood fiends in the central region are as fierce as before, battling non-stop. There are already a few Dao realm blood fiends that appeared. The western region is the same as before, stuck in a stalemate without breaking balance, and it seems like the blood fiends in the western region want to maintain the stalemate. Hei Yu has been quietly making arrangements in the central region, not taking any rash actions, while silently waiting for an opportunity. Her enmity is with the heavenly moon house. With her current strength, she can't have her revenge yet. The blood fiends weakening without reason, seemingly about to become history and disappear from the 9 regions. This isn't a good thing. The Daoyuan Great Tribulation isn't over yet, and the blood fiends are the race that fights tribulations, but they are actually disappearing? This means that there will be new tribulations coming. Is it the ominous phenomenon? The ominous phenomenon is much harder to deal with than the blood fiends. If the ominous phenomenon were to get a bit thicker and stronger, even Dao realm warriors will be corroded, turning into an ominous phenom. I am only 10 stages away. I have to set a target. I will break through to the Daoyuan realm before the next decade comes. It's just 10 years. Things could get out of my control. I must maintain my composure, be steady. Western regions, Northern Prefecture. Ocean in the Western regions, Northern Prefecture. Persevere. I have to persevere. That formless protective screen is getting thinner, as if it will break with just a light stab. You have already reached the limit. With just a bit of time, you will break through. I was about to fall into despair, feeling that there's no hope for the devil race to rise again. We might even be completely exterminated, those previous kings of the devil race, to actually remain indifferent to it. But then, While I was running away, I accidentally came to the ocean in the western region's northern prefecture. A mysterious existence suddenly contacted me. It's actually an actual old ancestor of the devil race. I begged the old ancestor to help us, but due to some reasons, he is unable to take action directly. But he can purify my bloodline, improving my strength and talent. As the great elder of the devil race, I accepted the devilish aura into my body. It was incomparably pure, incomparably overbearing and powerful, and my bloodline started to recover. But it's a pity, due to the limits of my talent and aptitude, the bloodline I recovered was limited, unable to break through the protective screen of the Tao realm, still missing it by a little bit. Old ancestor, my aptitude is limited, my devil race is undergoing great changes. There are a few juniors with great aptitude. I hope the old ancestor can help recover their bloodlines. Buddha sect? Buddha race? Old ancestor, those traitors betrayed our devil race. They must be punished. Our demon race is incomparably powerful. How can we tolerate betrayals? The so-called Buddha is but an ant. When I return, they can be killed with a flick of my hand. But it's not time yet. You can choose a few juniors to come here. I will inject demonic chi to purify their bloodlines. You will need to make some preparations for my return. This world will eventually belong to our demon race. Humans are nothing but a race of ants. How can they be the ruler? Old ancestor is right. I will give it my all to prepare for your return, even if I have to sacrifice my life. My demon race's old ancestor is returning, whether it's the Buddha race or the human race. Just wait. The 9 regions will eventually belong to our demon race. Also, those former kings of our demon race that refused to help us in this difficult time, when the old ancestor returns, we will settle the score with you. Just you wait. Old ancestor, we used to have quite a few kings, all our Tao realm experts, but they just watched from the sideline while we were bullied. I asked for help multiple times, but they remained indifferent. They even betrayed our race and joined the Buddha sect. I asked the old ancestor to punish these unfilial offspring and traitorous disciples. The day will come where we settle the score for betrayals. If they appear, you can bring them here. I will refine them into demonic puppets and have them work for you. Tao realm demonic puppets? If I have some Tao realm demonic puppets and take back the demonic region while coordinating with the old ancestor, it will be much easier to take over the 9 regions. Many thanks, old ancestor. I will do my best. Go. Yes, old ancestor. I am finally breaking through to the Tao realm. Also, I need to bring the heavens prides from my race here and let the old ancestor purify their bloodlines. Western region's northern prefecture. Are there any changes in the 9 regions? Reporting to my lord, someone in the chaotic region purified the blood fiends. The blood fiends in the chaotic region are getting weaker currently. The ominous phenomenon appeared in the demonic region. There's no specific information yet. The war in the central region is still going on. A Tao realm blood fiend has appeared. A former king of the human race has also appeared, killing many honorable realm blood fiends. In the 9 regions, are there any special heavens pride? Yes, the most eye-catching one is the current young lord of the human race's ancient king Ji family, Ji Xinshin. He killed a Tao realm blood fiend and is known as the number 1 heaven's pride. Are there any anomalies in the 9 regions? I don't think so. Continue to maintain the balance in the situation. Don't advance prematurely. Wait for opportunities and my orders. Yes, my lord. No anomalies? Why do I feel that something's not right in the 9 regions? Is it a sign of the current Great Tao era coming to an end? Or is there someone behind the scenes interfering with the 9 regions? Is it the divine race or the immortal race? Ji Xinshin? Central region, human alliance. I keep having the feeling that something's not right in the 9 regions. It should be because the current Great Tao epoch is coming to an end that's causing all these different anomalies. The former human king, Feng Kong, suddenly appeared and killed Tao realm blood fiends. With his strength, he should be the strongest right now. His authority in the human alliance is getting bigger. It's about to surpass me. Based on strength, the current me can't be compared to Feng Kong, but I am a heaven's pride of the younger generation, as a peak heaven's pride, and also the young lord of the ancient King Ji family. These are things that Feng Kong cannot compare with me. With how the Daoyuan Great Tribulation has developed up till now, according to reason, there should be Tao realm experts entering the tribulation. But why are there no Tao realm experts appearing? I don't understand. I can only put the blame on the Great Tao era coming to an end. That's why the current Daoyuan Great Tribulation is so abnormal. The appearance of ominous phenomena in the demonic region isn't a secret. The human race will obviously come to know of it, and start to study on how to deal with it if it appears. But there's no need to worry about it for now. With the information that I currently have, the ominous phenomena isn't that powerful. It's pretty low level. In the long history of the divine race, it's not the first time facing them. The divine light that the divine race practices is able to destroy and purify the ominous phenomena. During a critical moment, I can impart this divine light technique to some of the experts of the human race. This is also a part of my arrangements. Of course, if the level of the ominous phenomena is too high, the divine light of the divine race will not be able to purify it. I actually hope that the ominous phenomena will appear sooner, then it will be my time to show off and impart the divine race's divine light technique. My fate will definitely greatly improve at that time. The world of the 9 regions is very special. The divine race was previously banished by the great Tao of the 9 regions. Now that I have returned to the 9 regions, I must obtain a great fate and break through my bottleneck. No matter how many people are plotting behind the scenes, as long as I get stronger, whoever stretches their hands towards the 9 regions without my approval, I will cut them off. That's why strength is the premise of all things. If you are not strong enough, you will not be able to stop anything. The most important thing is to simply increase your strength. The blood fiend tribulation of the 9 regions seems to be coming to an end. But the 9 regions will still not be at peace. The Daoyuan Great Tribulation still hasn't ended yet. It's been some time since anyone new joined the Great Dao group. The same goes for the Daoyuan group. Let's try my luck. It's my first time encountering this situation. Does this mean that the experts that were detected by the primal chaos mirror are near the boundaries of the detected area? An immortal race expert. I found an immortal race expert? He isn't in the 9 regions, right? Old ancestor Face Ya, a saint of the immortal race, an ancient cultivator that has passed through the Great Dao Tribulation and has been in the Daoyuan realm for longer than a Great Dao era. I found a real big shot this time. This old ancestor Face Ya is no joke, a saint of the immortal race, an ancient cultivator, an absolute peak expert, any existence that managed to pass through the Great Dao Tribulation. Their strength is definitely horrifying. It's not something Hong Yuan Chu and the others can compare to. If I were to make contact with him, would I be exposed? What if he can locate the Origin Dao Crystal and kill his way over here? But the Origin Dao Crystal is a special existence. Together with the system, he shouldn't be able to locate us. Moreover, based on the current information I have, the 3 great races have been banished by the Great Dao and are unable to enter the 9 regions. Since they can't break through the Great Dao of the 9 regions, then naturally they shouldn't be able to locate the Origin Dao Crystal and also unable to spy on me. But facing an expert of this level, I can't trick him recklessly. Hong Yuan Chu and the others are just newly sprouted greenhorns that are easy to trick. But I did embody the primal chaos and witnessed its birth and development. My scope of knowledge is already much higher. Regarding the secrets of the primal chaos and Great Dao, even an ancient cultivator shouldn't be able to compare themselves to me. What I am lacking is the understanding of the birth of the 9 regions, the first few Great Dao epochs, the 3 great races, and the primal chaos region outside of the 9 regions. Establish contact. Let's not pull him into the Daoyuan group first. I must possess sufficient strength first before I have the confidence to pull him into the group. I am actually facing some obstruction from trying to assimilate his breath. It can be seen how powerful old ancestor Face Ya is. The level of the primal chaos mirror isn't high enough. It has its limits. To be able to assimilate the breath of old ancestor Face Ya, I am afraid it's because he allows it. Dao friend, hello? Are you a Dao friend from the ancient world, or a Dao friend from the world of the 9 regions? Ancient world? This is the disadvantage from a lack of knowledge. I don't even know the ancient world he is talking about. What is the ancient world? Is it another world outside of the 9 regions? Since you are not a Dao friend from the Primal Chaos Ancient World, then you must be a Dao friend from the 9 regions. Primal Chaos Ancient World, this means that, after the 3 great races left the 9 regions, they went to the Primal Chaos Ancient World, but I don't know where exactly that is. Thinking back, when I embodied the Primal Chaos, during its development, before the world of the 9 regions appeared, there were stones, mountains and dust gathering to form a piece of land. The plants of the Primal Chaos grows on it. Could that be the Primal Chaos Ancient World? What I am sure of is that the Primal Chaos Ancient World must be the piece of land that was formed initially. That's not a complete world, it's different from the 9 regions. The 9 regions actually have such an existence like Tao friend, it's as expected from the first world that's birthed by the primal chaos. 9 regions? I can't admit that I am a Daoyuan realm expert from the 9 regions. That will make me seem too lowly. Dao friend has misunderstood. I am not a Daoyuan realm expert from the 9 regions, I just happened to pass by the 9 regions after traveling the primal chaos for countless years. When I embodied the primal chaos, I saw countless powerful primal chaos creatures following the steps of the primal chaos and disappearing later. The strength of these primal chaos creatures cannot be compared to those that were killed in the 9 regions. I have very little understanding of the long history of the primal chaos ancient world and the 9 regions. What is common knowledge to an existence like old ancestor face Xia are still secrets, from my level. To not have a low standing and to appear as a super big shot, I can only give myself an identity of someone who travels the primal chaos and does not have any understanding of the current situation. For horrifying existences like the primal chaos creatures, they definitely have no knowledge of the situation in the 9 regions and the primal chaos ancient world. The primal chaos ancient world that Dao friend mentioned, is it the piece of land formed by the dust of the primal chaos? This mysterious and powerful existence, he isn't a Daoyuan realm expert from the 9 regions but a primal chaos creature? Or is he a powerful existence from the beginning of time? The primal chaos ancient world is indeed formed by the dust and mountains of the primal chaos. It has been around for countless years. Since he can ask about if the primal chaos ancient world was formed from the dust of primal chaos, this means that he has a great understanding of the primal chaos. He's definitely not a Daoyuan realm expert of the 9 regions. The current Daoyuan realm experts of the 9 regions definitely don't understand much about the primal chaos. They might not even know about the existence of the primal chaos ancient world. After our chat, I have a basic understanding of the primal chaos ancient world. It's a vast and massive piece of land, not a world nor a complete world. The people who can survive in the primal chaos ancient world, even the weakest is in the heavenly realm. There aren't many living creatures in it, not comparable to the 9 regions, but I am sure, after the 3 great races were banished from the 9 regions, they went to the primal chaos ancient world. Dao friend Chu, are you in the world of the 9 regions? Yes and no. You can make your own guesses. I already understand that all capable experts speak in such a manner. The 9 regions are undergoing the Daoyuan Great Tribulation. Does Dao friend Chu have any opinions on it? Old ancestor face Xia seems to be very concerned about the situation of the 9 regions. The Crystal Jade Palace of Feng Kong might just belong to old ancestor face Xia. It's just a minor tribulation, why bother? The tribulation of the 9 regions isn't simple. It might seem minor but it can become a major tribulation. Dao friend face Xia is talking about the Great Dao Tribulation. Dao friend Chu knows about it as well? Naturally. But the Great Dao Tribulation of the 9 regions shouldn't affect Dao friend face Xia, right? Dao friend Chu has been traveling across the primal chaos, so you don't understand. The Great Dao Tribulation doesn't just involve the 9 regions. I came from the 9 regions, and the Great Dao of the 9 regions traverse across the primal chaos. Who can completely escape? Since the Great Dao is only the Great Dao of the 9 regions, I assume that old ancestor face Xia will not be affected since he is no longer in the world of the 9 regions. But the Great Dao of the 9 regions far exceeds my expectation. An existence like old ancestor face Xia is also unable to escape being affected by the Great Dao Tribulation. The Great Dao of the 9 regions is also the first Dao of the primal chaos. No one can escape it. When I opened my Dao, it became a part of the Great Dao of the 9 regions, not an independent Dao of the primal chaos. From what I know, no one can open an independent Dao in the primal chaos. I have witnessed the birth of the Great Dao of the 9 regions. After that I reached enlightenment, and opened my Dao, then I started to travel the primal chaos. Maybe due to that, the Great Dao Tribulation will not affect me. Quickly worship me, even if you are an ancient cultivator. In front of me, you are just a junior. I am someone who witnessed the birth of the Great Dao of the 9 regions, an actual ancient existence. I embodied the development of the primal chaos and the birth of the Great Dao. With regards to the understanding of the primal chaos, no one can be compared to me. You must know that I am cultivating the primal chaos origin scripture. Others might not be able to open their Dao in the primal chaos, but with the profundity of the primal chaos origin scripture, I will be able to do it. Breaking away from the Great Dao of the 9 regions and independently opening my Dao in the primal chaos. Although I can independently open my Tao in the primal chaos, I don't plan to do that. Without any foundations, the Tao that I opened will not be that powerful. I want to devour the great Tao of the 9 regions and make it a part of the Heaven's Tao. He is actually such an ancient existence? Isn't he even more powerful than me then? No wonder he is able to find me, but I am unable to locate him. Tao friend Chu is actually such an existence. I just lived a bit longer, that's all, but I do not have much understanding of the current situation of the 9 regions and the primal chaos ancient world. I hope Tao friend Face Xia can dispel my doubts. Searching for the boundaries of the primal chaos was extremely difficult. I wasted many years. Old ancestor Face Xia is paying attention to the 9 regions, but he is unable to step into the 9 regions. So are the 3 great races. If they come close to the world of the 9 regions, they will be rejected by the great Tao. Why exactly did the 3 great races get banished by the great Tao? Old ancestor Face Xia did not explain it clearly. He only said that the 3 great races were too ambitious, touching on some taboos, and got banished. I suspect that the taboo that old ancestor Face Xia mentioned is highly likely trying to control the great Tao. In the end they received a backlash instead. My Heaven's Tao plan, can it really devour the great Tao of the 9 regions? Will I receive a backlash and get banished in the end? I need to rethink and sort things out. The Heaven's Tao plan cannot be advanced prematurely. We have to take one step at a time, penetrating slowly. The reincarnation plan is very important as well. Old ancestor Face Xia is now right outside the world of the 9 regions. But what lured him here isn't the 9 regions, but the ominous aura of the great Tao. He has sensed that the great Tao tribulation is about to descend. As an existence that has already been through a great Tao tribulation, he is very clear about the horrors of it. If one is not careful, one's Tao will crumble and they will die. There have been powerful saints of the immortal race, with strength and seniority that's above him. They have also been through the great Tao tribulation more than once, with plenty of experience, but they still fell during a great Tao tribulation in the end. As for the ominous phenomena in the 9 regions, the information I got is that it has appeared before in previous Daoyuan Great Tribulations. The most serious occurrence was when the entire 9 regions was covered by it. Countless races were wiped out, even turning into the ominous race, even when the Daoyuan Great Tribulation ended. The ominous phenomena did not disappear and still occasionally appeared in the 9 regions. Old ancestor Face Xia mentioned that the ominous race has appeared before. It was incomparably powerful. The 3 great races had to cooperate before managing to destroy it. To force the 3 great races to cooperate, it can be seen that the ominous race was extremely hard to deal with. After understanding the ominous phenom that has appeared previously, the current ominous phenomena in the 9 regions is just a small matter, not even worth mentioning. The interaction this time gave me 3 important pieces of information. Firstly, the 9 regions is the first world to be birthed during the development of the primal chaos and also where the first great Tao is. It's a special place that's easier to cultivate and be enlightened about the great Tao. Secondly, the 3 great races used to control the heavens law of the 9 regions, establishing the law of heavenly punishment, but they didn't fully devour the heavens law and replaced it. The main reason for that is the fight between the 3 great races and the need to maintain the balance between them. After going through a few great Tao eras, the 3 great races and the devil race that rules over the 9 regions cooperated and made a futile attempt to control the great Tao to make sure that tribulations will no longer affect them. In the end, they failed and received a backlash, with their entire race being rejected by the great Tao and getting banished. Lastly, the primal chaos ancient world doesn't just have the 3 great races and the devil race in it. There are also the aboriginals, which caused a great war to happen initially. Currently, a balance has been formed. A war between peak experts has not erupted for a long time, but wars and conflicts between mid and low-tier warriors still happen quite often. There's a human race in the primal chaos ancient world, but it's different from the human race of the 9 regions. The human race of the primal chaos ancient world possesses a powerful physique, endless strength, and is one of the aboriginals of the ancient world. During ancient times, they came to the 9 regions before and were known as the giant race. There are rumors that they imparted their body training techniques to the human race of the 9 regions, which is also one of the foundations for the human race establishing their foothold in the 9 regions. By the time that they can step into the 9 regions, I would already have opened my Tao. Why would I be afraid of them? The 9 regions would also have already become a part of the Heaven's Tao. I would be confident enough to fight against them. The three great races are looking for an opportunity to return to the 9 regions, removing the rejection and banishment of the Great Tao. The reason is to try to get through the Great Tao tribulation and to obtain some of the fortuitous opportunities in the 9 regions. As the first world to be birthed during the development of the primal chaos, there are definitely opportunities hiding within it as well as its own specialties. Because the rejection of the Great Tao is too strong, they are all waiting for an opportunity. They are hoping that when the Great Tao tribulation starts, they can send a group of their young heaven's pride into the 9 regions. At the very least, they want to leave their lineage behind in the 9 regions, as long as the lineages of the 3 great races exist. They can just slowly whittle away the rejection and banishment of the Great Tao as time passes. The devil race have previously left behind descendants of impure bloodline in the 9 regions. After such a long time, the rejection of the Great Tao towards the devil race has weakened slightly. I am almost sure that the person behind the scenes in the western region is from the devil race. I am actually mortal enemies with the devil race. The impure bloodline descendants of the devil race in the 9 regions were all converted into Buddhas, destroying their arrangements and backhand in the 9 regions. It will be surprising if they do not ape me. I definitely need to increase my strength, or else I will not be able to deal with the revenge of the devil race. Daoyuan realm experts like Mo2 aren't that weak either. I need to find an opportunity to con them, making them fight with the ancient devil race? Devouring the heavens law of the 9 regions isn't a problem. The problem is the Great Tao. Establishing the reincarnation Great Tao is one method. There are definitely opportunities to do it before the Great Tao tribulation descends, of course. The prerequisite is that the heavens Tao must be strong enough, or else it will not be able to devour the Great Tao. No matter which method it is, whether it is to control the Great Tao or to devour the Great Tao, the heavens Tao must have sufficient strength, whether it's the origin Tao crystal, or the Buddha Tao, Ghost Tao, Prestige Tao, and the reincarnation Great Tao. They can strengthen the heavens Tao and lend a helping hand to it. I shouldn't bite off more than I can chew, one step at a time. Devour the heavens law of the 9 regions first. After their fusion is complete, then I can plan for the Great Tao. 6 months later. Greetings, Master. The fate of Renchangha has changed. Becoming one of the fated experts of the Great Tao, it's because he is the first to destroy an ominous phenomenon, obtaining a great fate. Moreover, Renchangha already has stepped 1 foot into the Tao realm. He will soon break through into the Tao realm soon. Asking Renchangha to return is to allow him to break through in the northern region. The Heavens Tao will have helped birth its very first Tao realm expert. In this way, the Heavens Tao will receive an increase in strength, and also increase the limits of warriors cultivating the Heavens Tao. Once a Tao realm expert appears, that means that warriors enlightened by the Heavens Tao can break through to the Tao realm. The limit has been broken. You are already at the juncture of breaking through. If there's anything that you don't know, you can ask me. Many thanks, Master. Many thanks, Master, for dispelling my doubts, Master. When I was returning, I ran into a mutated thunderfish in the ancient region. The ominous phenomenon that Renchangha destroyed, that's how it originated. Moreover, the ominous aura actually already appeared in the ancient region. Renchangha ran into more than one of them. What's even scarier is that the ominous aura in the ancient region is thicker than the one in the demonic region. The level is much higher. This is the ominous aura. Ominous things will happen to you if you are infected by it. Losing your mind, this is a sign of the start of the Great Tribulation. The Great Tribulation is starting. The ominous will eventually descend. Cultivate well. You can only get through the Great Tribulation when you are stronger. Even Master calls it a Great Tribulation. It's definitely no small matter. If I want to get through it, I must raise my cultivation and increase my strength. Master, I will go to the northern region to look for a place of seclusion, and prepare to break through to the Tao realm. His coincidental opportunity allows him to run into an ominous object, then him destroying it, obtaining a great fate, transforming into a fated expert of the Great Tao. His enlightenment of the Yin-Yang deity chapter isn't weak as well. It shouldn't be too difficult to break into the Tao realm. Of course, it will still require some time. My estimate would be around 6 months. 3 months later. Your Heavens Tao has devoured the 4th prefecture of the chaotic region, rewarding 1 stage of cultivation in the Tao realm. There's 7 remaining prefectures in the chaotic region. The Heavens Tao has finally devoured another. I am at the 27th stage of the Tao realm, not too far from the complete cycle. As for the remaining 6 prefectures of the chaotic region, when Renchangha successfully breaks through, the heavens Tao will have a great improvement, the devouring speed will once again increase, then another 1 or 2 prefectures will get devoured by the heavens Tao. I should summarize the lessons of failure by the 3 great races and perfect the plan for devouring the great Tao. 3 months later. Could it be that the Great Tribulation is about to descend upon the northern region? If that's the case, the northern region is going to be in trouble. For the sake of supporting the other regions, too many experts have left the northern region. This feeling. It's not the Great Tribulation descending? This is the path above the deity realm, it's been opened. Your named disciple Rinchanghe broke into the Tao realm, rewarding 1 lump of primal chaos aura. Your heavens Tao has devoured the 5th prefecture of the chaotic region, rewarding 1 stage of cultivation in the Tao realm. I just broke through not long ago, now I broke through another stage again. I am now in the 28th stage of the Tao realm, due to the heavens Tao having birthed its very first Tao realm expert. The heavens Tao is improving rapidly, the fate of the heavens Tao is also improving. 2 weeks later. Your heavens Tao has devoured the western prefecture of the southern region, rewarding 1 stage of cultivation in the Tao realm. 29th stage of the Tao realm, initiating the heavens Tao plan was indeed the right move. Without it, my cultivation would not have risen so quickly. After Rinchanghe broke through, being the first person to break through the Tao realm during the Taoyuan Great Tribulation means that the Taoyuan Great Tribulation is going to advance even faster. It's not long until the Tao realm experts start to enter it. But there's no need to panic. I am already at the 29th stage of the Tao realm. I am not a weakling even within the Tao realm experts. Moreover, the Tao realm experts that enter first definitely aren't that strong. By my estimate, when the powerful Tao realm experts start to enter, I will already have opened my paw, remain steady, and there won't be any problems. Following the breakthrough of Rinchanghe, the situation of the 9 regions went through subtle changes. Devil Buddha lead the experts of the Buddha race, leaving the Buddha region and entering the western region to support Dingyu and Shaoliang. The blood fiends in the western region are too difficult to kill. Moreover, something feels seriously wrong. As Devil Buddha has lead the Buddha race experts to join in, the blood fiends in the western region will not be able to resist. I would like to see how the man behind the scenes is going to lend them a hand. It hasn't even been 3 months, the eastern prefecture of the western region has already been taken back. The heavens Tao law has also taken the opportunity to penetrate it, and is rapidly devouring its heavens law. The human army led by Dingyu and Shaoliang, and the Buddha race experts led by Devil Buddha are closing in on the northern prefecture of the western region. Another battle has begun. This battle lasted for 6 months. In the end, the blood fiends had to retreat and the human Buddha alliance entered the territories of the northern prefecture. Since the Taoyuan Great Tribulation started and the northern prefecture fell, this is the first time humans are stepping back into the northern prefecture. Dingyu and the others have already arranged formations. By protecting and defending the territories that they took back, time will slowly weaken the blood fiend aura. Taking back the northern prefecture isn't something that can be done in a day or 2. Your heavens Tao has devoured the eastern prefecture of the western region, rewarding 1 stage of cultivation in the Tao realm. The eastern prefecture of the western region has been devoured by the heavens Tao, with the blood fiends retreating. The victory of Dingyu and the others in taking back the eastern prefecture, this was fated to happen. The army has entered the northern prefecture. Even though it's just the boundary, it means that we are interfering with the plot of the man behind the scenes. Perhaps a Tao realm blood fiend might appear. I will have to ask Rinchanghe to make his way over and play it by ear. Northern Prefecture Ancient Devil Battlefield. Trash. Go, make a move if necessary, we have to hold on to the Northern Prefecture. Yes, my lord. Western Region's Northern Prefecture Battlefield. Retreat. 10,000 Sword Flood. Everlasting Battle Form. Great Heavenly Dragon. If it wasn't for Dingyu and Shaoliang, the Western Region would have already fallen. If it wasn't for the Baldi coming to support, the Blood Fiends wouldn't have lost the Eastern Prefecture and retreated back into the Northern Prefecture. Retreat quickly. He isn't escaping but charging forward instead. Is he looking for death? Everyone's speed of escaping is about the same. We don't need him to block and earn us some time though. I am the first senior disciple, this is my responsibility. We didn't say you are not, why are you acting tough? I Dingyu, with no desires in my heart, and with my sword I slay gods, kill. Kill. Supreme Sword Tao. Has Dingyu gone crazy? Using your body as a sword leaving no path for retreat? If we are purely talking about battle strength, Ding Yu and I are the strongest. He is using his body as a sword, leaving no path for retreat. How can I lose to Ding Yu? These two senior brothers, are they madmen? That's too crazy. I don't think I can do that. Moreover, I am cultivating the way of the Buddha. My path is different. They broke through? Heaven-defying humans, they must die. I don't want a path of retreat as well, having a battle on the edge of death and breaking through, but the path that I am on doesn't allow me to do that. Luckily, I am only a small step away from breaking through. Your disciple Ding Yu rose through an extreme adversity, transforming his fate, stepping into the Tao realm, rewarding one lump of primal chaos aura. Your disciple Xiao Liang rose through an extreme adversity, transforming his fate, stepping into the Tao realm, rewarding one lump of primal chaos aura. Whether it's Ding Yu or Xiao Liang, they are experts in battle, famous for their battle strength. Breaking through during battle isn't surprising. But that person behind the scenes, as expected, is in existence from the ancient devil race. I don't know exactly what methods he is using to interfere. This is bad, Tao realm blood fiends. You can retreat. The person behind the scenes isn't in the 9 regions. The blood fiends in the western region are under the control of the person behind the scenes. This black tree that's planted at the boundary of the northern prefecture of the western region. The branches traverse across the world and is sealing off the northern prefecture. That black tree isn't weak. If it erupts with its full power, it should have the strength that's in the 6th or 7th stage Tao realm. The cracks that's on the black tree should be caused by the rejection of the great Tao when it first appeared in the 9 regions, because it's just a tree, and the strength isn't high. It wasn't directly destroyed by the great Tao. Ding Yu and Xiao Liang led the human army to retreat and defend right outside the northern prefecture, no longer continuing their attack. Devil Buddha has led the Buddha race experts back to the Buddha region. He is going to start his breakthrough into the Tao realm. Although the ancient devil race is unable to directly enter the 9 regions, such an expert will definitely have his methods. Even the blood fiends have been affected. Ding Yu and Zai Liang breaking through to the Tao realm has once again increased the speed of advancement of the Taoyuan Great Tribulation. The blood fiends seems to be weakening. That's right, the spirit-devouring flower. This special plant can devour anything. The blood fiend aura shouldn't be a problem as well.